Hey, this is Jaime with Echo Real Estate Advisors. Today we're going to cover the yearly Realtor drip campaign. So before we get started, if you like the content that you're seeing on this channel, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with as many people that you think will benefit from it. Again, it's more about providing value, and that's a very heavy theme of today's video, leading with value and letting the rest of it fall where it should. So again, if you like what you're seeing on this channel and if it's of benefit, a like is going to go a long way, a comment, a share, a subscription, and more than anything, again, sharing it with somebody that would benefit from it. Ideally, if you're watching this now, it's going to provide a huge amount of value to you. But if you think somebody else needs to hear this, please feel free to share. So the yearly Realtor drip campaign, it's about staying in front of clients, especially now that the market is shifting a bit. You want to reach out to them as many times as possible, but in a non-spammy way. So you can reach out to them in so many different ways. You have email, text, calling, social media, letters, face-to-face, so meetings, and going to places where you think they're going to be. So staying in front of clients is super important. This calendar that you're going to see only has a 20-point touch. Sounds weird, but there's some calendars out there that just in text and email alone exceed 30. I personally don't like the over 30 because I don't want to be coming across as spammy. At the end of the day, people go years between purchases or selling of their home. So I want to provide as much value as possible so they stay on my email drip campaign. The long game is for them to stay on it and engage by at least opening them. And the way that you can, not ensure, but the way that you can promote a healthy open rate is by providing something of value that people are going to want to click and open. They are getting way too many emails that are very spammy. Hey, do you know anybody that's buying or selling? Hey, can you refer me to somebody else? That message gets played out very quickly. So if you're taking more from that relationship than you're giving, then you're drawing a negative bank balance in that relationship. The key is to deposit as much equity into that bank account and that relationship bank account to where periodic withdrawal is going to be healthy and it's going to keep your relationship engaged. So again, the 365, so 365 days calendar is the foundation. So we want to systematize it so we know that they're at least going to be touched 20 times. We know that they're going to be reached out to 20 times, whether we're a one-man band or a one-woman band, or we're part of a larger team, or we have somebody out there doing our campaigns for us. We want to know with certainty that we've at least made 20 efforts to engage or provide some sort of value to our clients, whether they be on the buyer side or on the seller side. Okay, want to make sure that all of these populate first. In all of your communications, and specifically in emails, you don't have to lead with the ultimate goal of getting a referral. Providing a simple tagline and give you 3 different examples in your emails goes a long way. So, who can benefit from my services today? You can put that in your email signature. The best compliment is a referral. Put that in your email signature. Referrals always welcome. Something catchy to where they see it. This is going to go in all of your communications. At certain times, it is appropriate for you to do a direct ask, but that is more you doing it in a customized way. Don't automate that. If you know where your business is going, if you know that summer is heating up, then do that direct ask. Send that mass text to everybody, but customize it to your needs at that specific time. Don't set that in January with the expectation that it's going to go off on September and you're going to be in the same place. You may have too many listings, or that's never an issue, right? But you don't know where your business is going to be at that point. When you're doing that direct ask, that's going to be on top of your foundation, and you want it to be as customized as possible. So there's a higher probability that they are going to be receptive to that. Hey, yeah, I do have that referral. I do have a referral. Somebody was talking about buying a home just yesterday at the office party or whatever. Just you never know what examples come up. So again, build upon that foundation. That's what this drip campaign is about. Add calls, add face-to-faces, go intentionally into the community, whether that be parent-teacher meetings, whether that be board meetings of some kind, whether that be association meetings or chamber of commerce, whatever your strategy is, set this drip campaign as your foundation and then just build upon that, because you know at that point you at least have 20 points or 20 reach outs to your clients. Anything that you can add to it in a customized way is just going to take you one step closer to getting that referral or getting their repeat business. And then provide value again. Not only are you advertising or sharing your value to clients, but to their friends. So make whatever content that you have shareable. Encourage that share to that friend that needs to hear that message, whether they're going through a renovation. Maybe they weren't your clients at that point or ever, but your clients know somebody else, and I guarantee you they know somebody else that is going through a renovation. So whatever content that you provide in regards to renovation, they could certainly use a forward or a share. So again, you're not only providing value to your clients, you're providing value to their friends and their circle, because there's always somebody doing renovations. There's always somebody wanting to buy or sell a house. There's always somebody wanting to know about taxes. There's always somebody wanting to know what to do with their spring updates or with their garden, whatever the case may be. I think you get the point. And then this is that famous calendar that I keep talking about. People are struggling for topics on what to cover. People hear, hey, provide value, provide value, provide value. Well, what does that mean? Again, I enjoy the macro and I enjoy talking about the theory, but I immediately want to drill down into the micro and really get into the how to actually do it. Right now, these are actual topics that you can cover. This is actually I call it a thematic calendar. I'm not sure if that's the correct way of saying it, but this is how I stay organized in the message that I'm going to send out. So these are ideas that you can go out and implement. I know that I'm going to reach out to them in holidays. So just build upon that. So that's really how this calendar came about. I mapped out the holidays that I felt appropriate for me to reach out to them. So your Christmases of the world, your Thanksgivings, your July 4th, and then I expanded upon them. So there's some holidays that are more important to you than others. Reach out to people at that point. So in January, you see the Happy New Year. In January, red flags, things to watch out for. So any types of red flags, whether they be buyers or sellers, if you have individual buyer and seller lists, then tailor them appropriately. Or if you don't have time or don't want to invest in actually bifurcating them, then do a general one that applies to both people that are renting and people that are leasing and people, I'm sorry, I said both, right? People that are renting / leasing or homeowners. So you don't have to replicate what you're doing on either side. So red flags in real estate is what I'm referencing. February, talk about taxes. There's going to be a lot of tax talk, especially at the beginning of the year. So February, start talking about taxes, letting them know that, hey, this is how, not necessarily how you can test, but hey, know that this is how property taxes work. And it doesn't have to be your content providing them to resources. Because you may be an accountant, but chances are that you're not. I know I'm not, but I'm not gonna generalize. So go to the experts and get some cool videos off of YouTube from the actual experts. There's a lot of free content out there. You're watching it, and I'd like to think that it's pretty great. But go out to, it doesn't have to be your own content. Go out and get some content from quality people that provided value to you. Plug those links in, and there you go. You have an email talking about taxes, and you look like a rock star. March, start talking about some spring tips. Then the market update. Hey, what's the market doing from a buyer and seller standpoint? April, some cool summer road trip ideas. Chances are that you're in a market, and most of your clients are in that market. You may have some outsiders that you might want to take off of that particular email, or just send it to them anyway. But some cool summer road trip ideas that are more local to you, not the National Geographic, hey, visit Dubai before you die, or something like that. Make it more regional to what some people are actually going to do, not a, you don't need to be a National Review, you don't need to be an Expedia or anything else like that. Just provide some local stuff. April, more tax talk. There are some deadlines at that point that need to be in consideration. May, prepping for summer, which at that point, depending on what part of the country you're in, you may already feel like it's summer. Memorial Day, reaching out to them. You see here in what capacity I'm going to reach out to them, whether that be a text or email, or sometimes both. We have remodeling formulas in June. We have summer tips in June. We have July, Happy Independence Day. July, ways to improve your credit. August, back to school musts. September, fall tips. October, Columbus Day. Market update in November. And then a Happy Thanksgiving in November again. Winter tips in December. And Merry Christmas in December as well. So these are outside of the holidays. The other ones, switch them up. Switch them up. They don't have to be in this order, of course. These are just suggestions. I get emails and text and just messages. I'm like, well, you talk about drip marketing, you talk about content marketing, but what outside of, hey, are you ready to buy or are you ready to sell? What can I really talk about? A lot of people are talking about renovations for their homes and things of that nature, but that applies if they're homeowners. Well, there's a lot of ideas. These are a few. Again, this is the content calendar that I actually use, so it will be in the description below. So if there's any questions, comments, if you think of some other topics, please feel free to drop them in the comment section below. I'm always open to new ideas and just sharing as much as I can. So this is a great start point. Again, you're providing as much value as you can. Again, everybody is reaching out, in whether you be a bank, whether you be any type of service or product industry, they're reaching out for holidays, so you should be as well. And the more value that you can provide independent of the, hey, Merry Christmas or Happy Thanksgiving, the more in front of your client that you're going to stay. They're going to want to actually open your emails, because they know that you're not always there every single month asking for something or providing that boilerplate newsletter of the market update. Well, the only time I'm going to look at a market update is when I want to sell or when I want to buy, and that's a reality. You wouldn't be opening, if you weren't a real estate agent, you wouldn't be opening every single market update. Maybe you would, but a majority of us aren't. So the more value that you can provide from that standpoint is going to be great. This is a foundation. Again, don't stop the calls. Don't stop the Starbucks runs or Starbucks coffee dates or the PTA meetings or anything else like that. That's something you add on top of this. This is something that you can systemize. Meeting in front of somebody, that's something you can't systemize. Sure, you can have a reminder to say, hey, reach out to Jane to go for coffee or whatever. But agendas and schedules are going to change. So that's something you can't really systematize. You have 20 points of contact. You have 20 opportunities to engage with your past clients or people that have shown interest in being your clients. So take advantage of that, and I hope that you found some great value in here. Again, if you have any suggestions, any topics on anything that you want to cover in relation to real estate, I would love to hear it. If you think that somebody out there, other real estate agents need this calendar or need to hear this message, please share it with them. Always happy to help where I can. Thanks so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.